much time do you want to have in your life? Okay? Time, I think, is a really important thing. It's one of the only things you can't ever get back. Right? As time slowly passes by, I want you to think about how old you are. If you're 25, or if you're 42, or if you're 65, if you're 72. Right? You can't get those 72 years back. You can't get that 45 years back. I can't get my 30 years back that I've already lived. But what I can do is I can use my time effectively for the next 30 years, for the next 40 years, for the next 50 years, as long as I'm on this earth, as long as I'm on this planet. Right? You're never going to get your time back. I've talked to a lot of people, too, that strive to work hard. I'm going to work hard for the next 40, 50 years. I'm going to work hard for 40 years, and then I'm going to be retired. You know what's the funny thing? I talk to lots of 60-year-olds, 65-year-olds, 70-year-olds that want to join my network marketing business because of one of a few things. One, they retired and now they're bored. Two, they're retired now they don't have enough money to live. They don't have enough money to go on vacations that they've always dreamed of over the years. They're up to their eyeballs in consumer debt. They can't pay their mortgage payments, and now they're desperate. 70 years old. Nobody will hire them. They've got tons of skills, but they're getting older, and they get discriminated against because of that. So I want you to think about this. Should we be planning our retirement when we're 65, or should we retire now and live life, right, and be able to make decisions and choose? Should you retire in 2 years instead of the next 40 years? All right, and that's a valid question, and that's something that, really needs pondering. I want you guys to think about this. I am, I guess, quasi-retired. I still build a network marketing business. I still build some internet, still run advertising, so I still work. So I'm not fully, totally retired where I just sit back and cash my checks and don't ever do anything. Now, the reason why I think, though, is because, I could live a modest lifestyle on the income that'll come in month after month on a residual basis, on a passive basis from my businesses without me ever doing anything, but then I'd be bored. Okay, 30-year-old bored, that's not very exciting. So I still build my business. So I'm quasi-retired, but I have the time freedom. I have the flexibility to say, do I want to go to South America today? And do I want to go over to Italy? Right? Do I want to take a trip down to New York? Right? Or do I want to go to San Francisco? Or do I want to go up skiing in the mountains this week? Right? I have the flexibility. I've got the income to be able to do that. All right? Now I want you to think about this. 5, 10 years ago, well, I guess let's say 7 years ago, 7, 8, I guess 9 years ago when I first started, 1999. I didn't have the income to do that. I didn't have the time freedom to do that. I was working at a job. I was making good money. I made probably, $62,000, $65,000 a year at the time with the military. All right, I was making good money, so I could go on little vacations and stuff. But I only got a couple weeks off a year, a couple weeks off per year. To me, that's amazing. Now it's crazy. Who would want to work a job that only gives you a couple weeks off a year when you could take months off? And you could take 3 or 4 months off if you wanted to. So you've got the decision to make if you want your time now or if you want it when you're 72 years old, right? And I'm sure I could, maybe I'll do this someday, but I'm sure I could line up retirees that are in our network marketing businesses that will tell you that it's not rosier on the other side, that'll tell you not to wait for your retirement to enjoy life and to try to get your time freedom back, right? Because it's not all it's cracked up to be. Your body's older, you're probably not, you're starting to lose your health a little bit. Sometimes you don't have the money that you want, and now you're not working, so you're not earning anything, and they don't even want you to work, right? It's not rosier on the other side. See, the rosy part right now is your life today. So let's take a 2-year plan. Let's set up a 2-year plan to create time freedom in your life. Okay? To create time freedom in your life so that you can have success now and enjoy it now instead of waiting until you're 70 or 80 or 90 to start enjoying life, to start traveling, to pay down your debt, to have complete time freedom and choose what you want to do today. You want to be into quasi-retirement now when you're 30, when you're 25. when you're 21. Think about that. There's some 19-year-olds on the phone line right now that can have that in 2 years. They can be quasi-retired or fully retired when they're 21 years old, if they choose to be. What's it going to take? Well, it's going to take activity. It's going to take a lot of learning. It's going to take a lot of educating. You know, you need to become a master network marketer. You need to become a master advertiser. You need to become a master internet marketer. Wow, that seems like a lot of things, Joel. I don't know if I can do it. Where am I ever going to learn all that? Well, I've already given you all the tools for that. I've already provided them to you. Between the Success Guide and our recorded training library that we have, and boy, that's a pretty expensive pill to follow. Man, you got to pay a lot for that, don't you? Wow, it's free. All right. So we're giving that away to everybody. Anybody can do this business. Anybody can retire. Anybody can, you know, in 2 years. There's no reason why you can't create $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 a month over the next 2 years, as long as you're focused and that's your main goal in life, right? Put your job to the wayside. Just do an average job. I know some people, you know, I got to be proud of my job, and I'm the best there is at being a, you know, being a bus driver, or I'm the best construction worker, or I'm the best doctor, or I'm the best nurse in the whole hospital. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're not living your life, if you're not able to have any time freedom, well, who cares if you're the best nurse? Who cares if you're the best doctor, right? If you're not that happy, if you're not able to, you know, choose what you want to do on a daily basis, if you have to go to work every day, right? That's the way I look at it anyway, and most of you guys probably do too because you're on this call. So why not just be an average nurse for 2 years? Why not just be an average doctor? Just do the minimum that your job requests you to do, right? Just do the minimum hours. Don't go into overtime, right? Spend your overtime learning about internet marketing. Spend your overtime building your network marketing business instead of going into work. So they're only going to pay you a finite amount of money one time for that hour. Whereas in network marketing, if you work and you build a business, you can be paid an unlimited amount of income for that 1 hour of work, right? For that 1 hour of learning. You can be paid an unlimited amount of income, and it can be a passive and a residual income coming in month after month. You know, it's hard for me to gauge when I spend time building my network marketing business how much I earned that month. All right, maybe I earned $20,000 that month, but you know, next month I'm going to earn another $20,000 from that same effort again, even if I didn't do anything. So now was that 1 month building it worth $40,000? No, because it's going to continue to come in. It's a residual income. All right, so why not? I mean, I'm going to encourage you to do this. Why not just be an average employee? Who wants to be the best employee? I don't. You know, I was pretty good at my job when I did it. I was kind of tops over there. But then after a while I realized that, well, I'm not getting any further ahead by being the best employee. Why don't I be the best business person, the best entrepreneur, the best self-employed person, and why don't I just be average at my job? You know, when I'm there, I work hard, but I'm only there bare minimum, right? That was me. That's what I turned into, because I realized that I wasn't getting any further ahead in life in terms of what I really wanted. Sure, I could get a raise, I could get a promotion. Big deal, though, that I'm still stuck in the lousy job. I just have more responsibility, and I make, you know, maybe 2% more income, you know, for triple the responsibility. Who wants that? Right? That's not what I wanted. So, you know, be average. Be average, nurse. Be an average, well, hopefully high-quality doctors are on the call, and you're not going to treat me if you're going to be an average doctor. But while you're there, do your job, but don't do any overtime. Don't go in extra hours. Don't spend your time doing that. Right? Be an average teacher. Be an average janitor. Be an average bus driver. Right? And don't get me wrong, don't do your job sloppy so you get fired, right? Or so that, you know, people are affected by it. Do your job as well as you can while you're there, but just don't put in that extra effort on your off time, right? Put that effort into your building a business, and then you can become a professional network marketer. Then you can become a professional internet marketer. If you spend as much time thinking about network marketing as you did about your job, you'd be a millionaire. Yeah, think about that. If you spent as much time thinking about network marketing as you did thinking about your job, you'd be a millionaire. Right? The reason why is because your brain would start to come up with activities and start telling you and start functioning to be able to build your network marketing business if you thought about it that much. Right? Think about how much you think about your job. Well, most people think about their job probably at least 40 hours a week because they're at their job 40 hours a week. Then you probably think about it maybe on the way home, think about it on the way there, talk about with your spouse about it a little bit. So why don't we start talking about our network marketing business with our spouse? Why don't we start thinking about our network marketing business on the way to work? Maybe over our breaks, over our lunch hour, on the way home from work, right before bed while we're going to bed. Think about your network marketing business. Is that going to have an effect? It certainly will. Because your brain will start to figure out how to become successful in what it is that you desire most. And it'll create the time freedom that you need to be able to quasi or fully retire now instead of when you're 70 years old or 65 years old. And it'll give you the income to be able to enjoy your retirement at 30 or at 40 or at 21. A lot of people talk about passive income. Okay, we're creating a passive income here with network marketing. There's also another income that you want to be concerned with, which is investment income. Right? Investment income, taking your money, investing it, and creating more money with money. Right? But most of us, when we first start out, when we've got jobs, don't have a lot of investment income. We can't really rely on an investment income because we don't have enough money in the first place. We just have enough money to live, maybe to pay a few bills, hopefully pay all our debt. We don't have enough money, investment income, to be able to go create enough income to live off of. Most people don't. Okay? Our goal eventually should be to have enough investment income or passive income coming in from a business or from investments that we can live off of just the interest, just off of the income that comes in without us working. Okay? But I want you to think about this, and this is what most people miss. Okay? This is what most people in network marketing miss. That's why 95% quit. You need to create active income for you to be able to achieve passive and investment income. You need to create active income first, and that'll convert into passive income. Active income meaning you're working for it. You're working to create it. Okay? Some people that join network marketing think this is going to be passive income. I'm going to get the passive residual income part of network marketing. What they forget, though, is that they have to actively go out and build a business before they can ever have the passive income. They have to go train people. They have to go work with people. They have to find the people in the first place and show them how to do it. Your active income in network marketing should be the first 2 years. Okay? Your active income, and it could be shorter, it could be longer, but your active income in network marketing should be the first 2 years, building your business actively, constantly, overwhelmingly building your business for 2 full years. And that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. But you've probably been going to your job for more than 2 years, so why can't you build your business? Right? You've probably been working for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years for some people. My God, you've been going to the same job for 20 years, you haven't quit yet? Think about that. And yet some people quit in less than 6 months. Some people quit in 3 days, network marketing. I laugh. I get such a kick out of when people quit in the first day or 2 days or 3 days of their business. Wow, you just spent $500, joining and advertising a business, and now you're quitting 3 days in. All right, it doesn't even make any sense. And you have to laugh at people like that. You really can't. Somebody who's excited and committed, and then all of a sudden, it's not working out, I quit. You can't take that personally. God, that's not your fault. There's no way that you could have had an effect on that person at all ever. They're going to continue to do that. They probably quit everything in their lives. They're going to quit that quick on themselves. They're not quitting on you. They're quitting on themselves. They're quitting their business, right? And they're one of the casualties on the side of the road that Rod and I kind of have to chuckle at, right? Some of the casualties we don't laugh at, but those ones definitely we do, okay? I've been doing this business for 2 days. I'm not rich. I quit. Okay, that's funny. Active income, you need to build for 2 years. You need to commit yourself for at least 2 years. All right. When you start a job, do you say, well, if I don't get my full year's salary in the next week, I quit. I'm going to be out of here. You don't tell your boss that. Your boss is going to pay you for the week that you worked. Same thing in network marketing, but it's totally commission-based, right? So it'd be like selling insurance or selling houses or whatever. You ask any realtor when they first started, did they sell a house the first day? Probably not. But did they quit? Probably not. If they're still a realtor today, they probably didn't quit. Even though they didn't sell a house the first day, maybe not the first month. So, realtors, they don't sell houses all the time. Some months will go by, they won't sell one for 2 months, and then they'll sell 4. All right? So actively building your income for 2 years is a commitment you need to make to your business. Bar none, that's a commitment you need to make. You've been working your job for the last 2 years. I'm sure you can figure out how to build a network marketing business for 2 years if you just set your mind to it. If you just set your guidelines and the rules for yourself in terms of, how long you're going to commit to this business. Set yourself up for 2 years. That's what it's going to take. If you want to convert into passive income, it has to be 2 years, no less. Okay? I've done it. It takes 2 years to create passive income because it takes 2 years to find, train, develop leaders. Okay? For you to be able to walk away, you need managers and vice presidents and presidents of your company. I want you to just think about it like a normal company. You need a president, CEO, you need a vice president. You're going to be the owner. You need managers, you need senior managers, you need regional managers, and you need to set up the infrastructure. How are you going to set that up? Well, by finding one person that just wants to be a salesperson, one person that just wants to build a network marketing business like you. And then you have to start working with them and training them and grooming them. If you don't know how to do that, then your upline certainly does. Somebody does in the upline, right? And that's the beauty of network marketing is you've got a whole support team that's willing to train your new members for you. You just bring them on some of these conference calls that we have, right, or that your business has. You just bring them on those calls, all right? So your whole job for 2 years is to find, right, attract, find, hire, okay, which is enrolling basically, and training your company, training your people, your business. Do that for 2 years. At the end of that 2 years, you should have a business large enough with enough leaders and people that are motivated to be able to build their own businesses that you can have a passive income. You can now start enjoying the fact that, you're going to get paid next month whether you do anything at all. If you do squat or if you do a lot of work, you still get paid next month, all right? But it takes 2 years to get there, all right? A 2-year commitment of actively building your business on a daily basis, whether it be advertising for your business, whether it be enrolling people, whether it be learning something new, educating yourself, and growing personally and professionally. All right, you need to be doing something every day. Same as your job. Okay, why'd you get so good at your job? Well, because you've been doing it every day. Your boss tells you got to do it every day, and you got to learn, and you got to go on those courses he sends you on, or do that on-the-job training, or learn the new techniques or the new database or whatever it is. All right? Your boss tells you to do that, so why don't you do that in network marketing too? Follow that same trend. Follow that same pattern. Learn something new, advertise, build your business, talk to new people, enroll them, train them, work with them. 2 years. And you're setting yourself up for passive income. And then once we continue to build out, of course, you can work on investment income, which means that even if your business goes away, right, even if your network marketing company closes down, you've still got investments out there in the industry, out there in the world that will pay you an interest rate, that will pay you a return that you can live off of. And you take some of your network marketing earnings and you stick them in investments, right? But it all starts with today and the next 2 years of your life building your network marketing business. Mark today on the calendar and mark a target date on your whiteboard, right? Mark a target date on your whiteboard. And I guarantee you at the end of that 2 years, if you actually follow through with doing that, you'll have passive income through your network marketing business. Okay? It may look a little different than you thought at the time. Maybe you joined a different company. Maybe you changed midstream to a new organization or a new company or a new way of doing business or something. But I guarantee you at the end of that 2 years, you've got passive income coming in. You've got passive income coming in that should be able to replace your full-time job, and then you quit your job. 2 years. I'm going to let you guys go for today. You need to spend the next 2 years actively building your business. You need to make those decisions in your life. Use some of the ideas that we talked about. All right, build your business faster and more effectively and better than anybody else in network marketing. I guarantee that you'll have success if you just continue to learn and actively build over the next 2 years. Have a great day, everyone. I wish you all the best. Again, it's Joel, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Bye for now.